Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in to my channel. If you haven't stopped by before, my name is Castillo-Pope, and today in this video I will tell you about FHA financing and how much money you need. In this video a little further on, I will show you the math with FHA financing. FHA financing was a program that was created by the government. This financing is commonly known for first-time buyers, but it's not just for first-time home buyers. FHA give you a lower interest rate, and this is because you are paying a monthly mortgage insurance. And I'll talk to you about the mortgage insurance just a little further on in this video. So definitely stay tuned. What does the FHA monthly house note consist of? You have monthly principal, which is paying down the amount of the actual loan balance. You're going to have your interest, your property taxes, your home insurance, also known as hazard insurance. You got mortgage insurance, and the mortgage insurance is a policy that protects lenders against losses that result from defaults on home mortgages. Now, the FHA loan does allow you to get monetary gifts and down payment programs and contributions towards closing and down payment. Now, if you're getting money given to you for your down payment, it have to be a gift. It cannot be borrowed funds. Gifts refer to contributions of cash or equity with no expectation of repayment. So you cannot say that you're going to be repaying for the money given. It cannot be generated from proceeds of a non-collateralized loan, to include payday loans, credit cards, cash advances, and so on. There is a regulation on who is allowed to give you gifts. And I'm going to put a few down below in the description box below, so that way you kind of know who's allowed to give you gifts. So definitely check that out because it's very important. Now, documentations of funds used for the down payment is an important requirement, and it will be requested from your lender. So be prepared for them to ask to see proof from the donor's account as well. So if you're getting those funds, they're going to want to see those funds being brought out of your donor's account that's giving you the money. Now, what credit score you need and how much money do you need? Well, let's go a little further in on this. Now, I'm going to show you numbers using an FHA 203B and not including any down payment programs. There are a lot of down payment programs out there, but we'll talk about that a little further on as well. So FHA allow you to put as little down as 3.5% payment on your loan. So for example, calculating, I'm going to explain to you these numbers. So let's say your down payment is 3.5% down. FHA will cover the rest, which is 96.5. So let's say the sales price of the home is $200,000, and that's what you have on the contract as a sales price. So you're going to take 3.5% of $200,000, and it's going to give you $7,000. Now, $193,000 will be financed by FHA. You're going to need $7,000. Let's talk about closing costs. I usually give a rule of thumb that estimate about 3% needed. The actual closing costs will be tied to various factors though, so keep that in mind. Got lender fees, you got credit scores, debts. If you're paying points to get your interest rate down, closing costs will consist of, for example, escrows, which are reserves of property taxes. You got property insurance, flood insurance if required, lender fees, and title fees. So for closing costs, take 3% from the contract price. So 3% of $200,000 is $6,000. So $6,000 will be your closing cost. Your down payment was $7,000. Closing costs can be covered by the seller through negotiations and or a down payment assistance. So let me give you a little disclaimer. If you are buying a home in a seller's market area and you need help from the seller on closing costs, you and your realtor need to get pretty creative, quick to get your property, especially if it's your dream home. Now, let's talk about the credit score that you need. Each lender have different credit score requirements. Now, if you're using a broker can shop around to meet your match. So basically they can fit to your criteria of needs. Right now, your credit score is more important than ever. And the higher your score, the more options that you have that work in your favor. And that goes for loan products, interest rates, and down payment programs. So definitely, it's good to know your score and talk to the lender to see how you can raise that score if needed. At this time, the video that I'm filming right now, lending requirements can change with lenders. Some lenders are usually asking 580 score, and some won't even touch a 580 score. So it's just important that you know exactly what the lender criteria is, or talk to the broker. Some are asking for at least a 620 or a 640, and some are asking for a little higher. In order to use a down payment program with lenders, those requirements have changed as well with the market time frame that we are in right now. 3 tips that I can give you are: have money saved at least 3 times the mortgage amount. That way you show once you are closed that you are able to make your monthly payments, that you are not a high risk, and you show that you got some skin in the game and it's in your account. Also, reduce your debt, take on less debt on your credit as possible, and show your work stability, because there are a lot of people out of jobs right now. My prediction is the more we see homeowners going into forbearance, the higher the chances of lending getting stricter per lender. I would say also now is a good time to buy because interest rates are at an all-time low. So definitely take advantage of the opportunities that are in front of you, especially if you are able to afford more right now because the interest rates are a lot lesser. That have a big factor role into your house notes and the amount that you are able to afford. So that was my briefing basically of FHA. Hopefully these were some pointers that could help you and guide you in the right direction. If you had any foggy brain about any questions or anything, put them down below. Thanks for checking me out. My name is Castillo-Pope and you are tuning into my channel. Be sure to go down below, comment, share this to a friend, and it can definitely help someone. Like this video and be sure to subscribe to my channel because I talk about real estate, finances, saving hacks, and I also talk about lifestyle, and I will be telling you my savings that I have done a little bit later on in this journey and ways I'm becoming more financially free. All right, so thanks for tuning in, and again, Castillo-Pope, and thanks for tuning in. Bye.